Hi guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor, and this is the introduction video to my paid tutorial series, Nautical Anchor Cane. Now, this is what we're going to be making in the tutorial. It is a polymer clay cane in the design of a nautical anchor. And you can use this kind of design in all sorts of cool projects. And I've got a bunch of different sizes here. You can do it large, or you can, because it's such a graphic design, you can go right down to a tiny, tiny nail art cane size. And I'll bring it up here for you to take a look at how tiny this detail will go to. It's like that. Look at how tiny that is compared to my nail. So it's a great design for using in all kinds of different projects. Now I've got a bunch of different ways I've used this particular cane. I've got back here, I've used it on a rope necklace that I tied a big knot in and took this is actually a bracelet connector that I hung a bunch of little pearls and crystals on, and a bead that I made with the cane. I used a large bead or a large cane here, and then a bunch of smaller ones around the edges, which it looks really cool. And the neat thing about this necklace is that it can be undone and worn at different lengths. So you could do this in wear it in a bunch of different styles. Also, I did kind of a neat little rough top on here with a real rustic kind of boat type clip on there. So it has a real cute look to it. So that's that one. Now this one has a bit of a similar look. I used actually it's a necklace finding that I got at Michael's, but you could also use these sections for a bracelet. It's just about exactly the right size. And then I added a bunch of different things to the side here. I have these are some old, they look like pirate coins. They're from an old belt I had actually, which is funny. And I thought they would be really fun to bring in that sort of nautical look and a different colored metal because it has kind of a brass look to it. The ends on here are brass. And then I also added silver wire to the beads. I put some resin on the top of them, some UV resin, so they have a nice glossy look to it. And these are just cane slice beads. On this side, I added some glass pearls in a navy color to bring in the navy from the cording. And then down here, I used an old keychain, brass keychain, and then I hung a bunch of charms on it, anything that had to do with a nautical theme. So I put another brass or a glass pearl to bring that in. This is a new charm I got from Michael's that has a nautical, the steering wheel thing. This is an old brass anchor from a keychain that my sister had a huge keychain collection when I was a kid. My dad was a fisherman, so he got her this anchor. Then this was an earring. It was a pearl, or mother of pearl earring that to me looked like either a fishtail or a sail. So I thought it had a very nautical look. And this is an old piece of beach glass that I wired up in the silver wire. So I've got different colored metals, different types of things on here. I've worn this necklace a bunch already and it gets lots of comments. It's quite a fun one to wear. Also, I've got, what else have I got here? I've got a pair of earrings where I put the little cane slices into the earrings and put some charms at the bottom. And these are some, whoops, let's pull this out here. These are some links made by Tierra Cast. And I got these at Shipwreck Beads a while ago, and they're really neat. These Tierra Cast findings, they have kind of a cone. They're meant for putting those Rivoli crystals in. But I think they make great fillers for polymer clay. You can get them with the link on just one side or on both sides, so they become a link. So this becomes a charm or earrings or whatever you want. And then what else have I got here? Oh, I've made one of them into a button. I drilled a couple of holes into it and made it into a bit of a domed button, which it suits beautifully. These smaller slices, I put some resin on them, and they're just like little resin buttons, or, oh, I forget what they call them, but they use them in scrapbooking. You could just, it's like a little gem. You could put it in the scrapbook and it's got quite a nice shiny little look to it. And then I've got a couple of more drilled beads here. Oh, and lastly, I just wanted to mention that even the scraps from this tutorial look awesome. This is a Natasha bead. I haven't quite decided what to make with it, but this is from the scraps of this cane, and I think that it has a lot of drama to it because of the colors and the way the shading and everything was done in the cane. So I think you're really going to learn a lot in this tutorial, and we'll see you in the next video of this series.